Recipe, boy. Go, go, go. Yeah. Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Hello and welcome back to the Weekly News. I am Artosis and I will be your host once again. Let's get started right in the Starcraft 2 news this week. You know, there hasn't been a lot of new news on mechanics or anything like that, but, well, when you place everything together that they've been saying lately, you know, the beta is supposed to be out within a few months, and also the fact that they're going to release one new title in 2009. And then when you go ahead and look at the previous timelines of betas being released, you know, you look at the War 3 beta, when it came out, about 5 or 6 months later, we actually had Warcraft 3, you know, on the shelves of the stores. So this really points to tell us that Starcraft 2 is going to be out this year. And, you know, that I'm not sure exactly when. The beta has not been announced yet, but, you know, it could be within the next, you know, 6 to 8 months. So really, that's quite exciting. A lot of people are buying more StarCraft copies because of this. And in fact, StarCraft has re-entered the top 20 on games sold lists everywhere. So really very exciting to see a lot new people coming into the community to get ready for StarCraft 2. So let's go right on to the Foreigner news right now. Master of Chaos is at it again. This guy is unbelievable. The inventor of land latency on BattleNet. I think all of us owe him a big debt of gratitude. He has the Chaos Coach out, and the Chaos Coach is something that you can basically tell it to ping you whenever there's something going on, such as, you know, a depot is ready, pylon is ready, your APM drops, whatever, anything like that. And it's a really great tool for those big newbies out there because, you know, learning timing in StarCraft, it does not come naturally. And you really need someone there to, you know, either tell you, or the Chaos Coach, if you don't have any friends nice enough to sit there and watch you and tell you when your SCVs have finished. And well, iCup is set to reset next week rather, and that's pretty exciting because, you know, if you start playing right at the beginning of a new season, then you're going to be able to play against so many pro gamers. Everyone starts on the same day, and if you just keep on playing and playing, don't be scared if you have a losing record at D even, because the Koreans that will be playing in those first few days, those are like A players, A+ players, A- players, all these really high-level players. You can get games against pro gamers this way. It's really one of the easiest ways for bad players to play against the pros. And the last bit of news in the Foreigner scene this week is about Liquidation. Well, F91 pulled all of Idra's legs off like he was a daddy long-legged spider. I mean, he absolutely crushed him. It was like Kasparov against Deep Blue, or, you know, maybe that's not right. Maybe Hulk Hogan versus a Matchbox car, showing us that man will triumph over machine. Idra played very much like a robot. He did not adjust any of his play to the builds that F91 was doing. And so F91 took him out pretty cleanly, 5-2. And, well, you know, as we saw, Idra didn't deal with it that well. But, you know, it's a pressure-filled situation, and he didn't really get to show his full skill. You know, I wish I could sneak some replays of Idra crushing Quanro out to everyone, but I can't. So you're just going to have to take my word on it. He is a very good player. And so with that, let's transition a little bit into the Korean scene. And there's one thing I want to talk about really quickly. It's a little bit old news, but it's been irking me for a while, and I need to say something about it. Leecaf Oz has changed their name to Hwasong Oz. And let me read what the spokesperson for this team said upon the name change. Well, the representative said that through the name change, the game team will become an even greater marketing and communication channel for Hwasong instead of Leecaf. And, you know, that's a reasonable reason to change a name. You know, that's all right. You want to market your team better. You're paying all this money out. That's great. Change the name. That's a perfect reason. But then he went on to say, I believe that the members of the team will be able to have more pride and loyalty to the team because of the name change. What? What? Why would you have more pride and loyalty to the team because of the name change? That is a big bunch of baloney. And, you know, that's just some of that cookie-cutter response that we sometimes see from people in the esports industry. You know, it's really kind of corny. I wish that they would hire Idra as their PR manager. You know, I would like to see his statements. You know what? We changed the name of the team so we could make more money. There you go. Blunt, that's what the reason is, not to make your players more loyal, because I tell you, they don't care if it's Hwasong or League Half, as long as they're getting paid and being pro gamers. Well, on to other news. Lita versus Flash in the MSL. You know, Flash has now been knocked out of both the MSL and OSL, and some people are attributing this to the fact that he has been playing so much in Pro League. They have been throwing him right towards the end of the roster every time, and he's just been doing all kills and such because he's Flash. He's the best player in the history of the game. And, you know, this just isn't the case. He's not burnt out because of that or anything. If you look at the games against League Half, first off, Flash is the best Terran in the world. And then Lita rather, League Half. Lita is the second best Terran in the world. And, you know, whenever you have the best Terran in the world against the second best Terran in the world, anything could happen.